हरिः ओम्। नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य 20-उत्तर-द्विसहस्रतमवर्षस्य एप्रिल् मासस्य 4 दिनाङ्के गीताप्रवेशस्य प्रथमभागस्य 35तमी कक्षार्थं सर्वेभ्यः स्वागतम्। अस्तु, अत्र अग्रिम समासः तत्पुरुषसमासे एव द्विगुः इति अपरः भेदः वर्तते। अत्र पुनः द्विगु समासे पुनः समाहारद्विगुः, तद्धितार्थद्विगुः, उत्तरपदद्विगुः एवं त्रिधः द्विगुः भवति। तत्र द्विगुः पुनः तत्पुरुष इति समासस्य लक्षणं वर्तते। उत्तरपदार्थप्रधानः प्रायः तत्पुरुषः भवति इति। तथैव द्विगुसमासस्य लक्षणम् इदं भवति, संख्यापूर्वः द्विगुः इति। यत्र संख्यावाचकशब्दः भवति, यदि तादृशशब्दः यदि पूर्वपदं भवति तत्र समस्तपदं यद्भवति तस्य नाम तत्र द्विगुसमासः अस्ति इति वक्तुं शक्नुमः। अत्र यत्र संख्या पदं पूर्वं भवति तादृशसमासः द्विगुः इति उच्यते। So it's a very simple blind rule. Wherever the numbers are given in the front of the samastapadams, such kind of samasas are called as द्विगु. अत्र प्रथमः अत्र अयं द्विगु समासः त्रिधः भवति। समाहारद्विगुः, तद्धितार्थद्विगुः, उत्तरपदद्विगुः इति। तत्र समाहारद्विगुः इत्युक्ते समाहार means the collection. You may say collection of certain anything, that's called samahara. Example, tatpurvam in the samahara dvigu, the lingam for the samastapadam will always be in the napumsaka lingam. So atra napumsakatvam bhavati. Tathaiva यदि द्वितीय उत्तरपदम् अकारान्तः उत्तरपदम् अकारान्तं यदि भवति तदानीम् ईकारादेशः भवति इति जानीमः. So only these two rules you have to remember for the samahara dvigu. In the samahara dvigu, always the resultant samastapadam will be in the napumsakam plus if the second padam ends with akara, then it becomes ikaradesha. Okay, let's see some examples. Atra trayanam लोकानां समाहारः त्रिलोकी. अत्र त्रयाणां लोकानां समाहारः, the collection of three lokas is called as त्रिलोकी. अत्र त्रयाणां तस्य प्रातिपदिकं त्रि, लोकानां तस्य प्रातिपदिकं लोक, त्रिलोक. पुनः अत्र अकारान्तः लोकशब्दस्य अन्तिमवर्णः अकारः वर्तते. अकारान्तः इति अस्ति कारणेन तत्र ईकारादेशः भवति, त्रिलोकी इति भवति. यदि ईकारादेशः भवति तदानीं तद् स्त्रीलिङ्गत्वं प्राप्नोति. अतः त्रिलोकी इति स्त्रीलिङ्गशब्दः. यदि अकारः न भवति तदानीं नपुंसकत्वं तत्र भवति इति जानीमः. अग्रे नवानां रात्रीणां समाहारः नवरात्रम् इति. So we have seen earlier the ratri shabda will actually get akaradesha at the end. I mean, it will get a pratyaya called touch. I think we will not worry about that. Finally, it ends in the samastapadam. If ratri shabda is a second shabda, then that will end with akara. So in that way, navaratra is a samastapadam, and because it is a dvigu and samahara dvigu, it becomes a neuter. So it will become navaratram. Okay, so the Navaratri word is the wrong kind of a wrong word. The right word is Navaratram is the right word. So it means Navanam Ratrinam Samaharaha. It means a collection of 9 nights is called Navaratram. And the next example is Panchanam Gavam Samaharaha Panchagavam. Panchanam Gavam Samaharaha Panchagavam. Collection of 5 cows is called as Panchagavam. अत्र गोशब्दस्य यदि उत्तरपदं त्वं भवति तदानीं गव इति आदेशः भवति इति ज्ञातवन्तः। अतः पञ्चगव पुनः नपुंसके पञ्चगवम् इति रूपम्। पुनः पञ्चानां पात्राणां समाहारः पञ्चपात्रं, त्रयाणां भुवनानां समाहारः त्रिभुवनं, चतुर्णां युगानां समाहारः चतुर्युगम्. So you may ask, it is again patra, bhuvana, yuga. So these are ending with akara. Why not ekara adesha not there? Why it's not panchapatri or tribhuvani or chaturyugi? That's because a set of words present in the patradigana. It's called as patradigana. There we have patra, bhuvana, yuga and other words. If words are from that gana, this ikara adesha will not happen. So instead of worrying about that, you just remember patra, bhuvana and yuga for now, and whenever you get new words you can keep adding them. Otherwise the rules are same as above: triloki or navaratram or panchagava. And panchapatram means collection of 5 patrams is called as panchapatram. Tribhuvanam, it's a bhuvana is again a lokas alternative. So tribhuvanam, collection of 3 lokas or 3 places is called tribhuvanam. Chaturnam yuganam samaharaha, collection of 4 yugas is called as chaturyugam. And remember, always wherever we hear as any samasa with samahara meaning, always that will be in the singular. So though it is trayanam lokanam samahara, though it is collection of 3 lokas, but still it is represented in the singular. Triloki and navaratram is again singular. It's not though it is 9 nights, but still we use it as a singular. And the next example is saptanam ahnam samaharaha saptahaha. So this is a well known word, we use it regularly. It means saptaha means a week. The actual vigraha vakyam for that is saptanam ahnam samaharaha. Punaha रात्रि राज अहन् अनन्तरं सखी, एते शब्दाः यदि एतेषां यदि उत्तरपदत्वं भवति तदानीम् अकारः अन्ते श्रूयते इति जानीमः. अतः सप्ताहः इति पुंलिङ्गत्वं तत्र भवति. So these are kind of exceptions, but other than that, remaining most of the things will actually follow the first example, Triloki, and all others are kind of exceptions, or it has some special rules. So any questions so far? And there is another example, Sapta Rishayah. It becomes Sapta Rishayah. It means the 7 rishis. But this again, if you see the Sapta is there in the Samastapadam, that is the Purvapadam. So you may say it's a Sankhya Purvaha Vartate iti karanena ayam Dviguhu iti, parantu atra Dvigu Samasaha nasti, Tatpurusha Samasaha Vartate. किमर्थम् इत्युक्ते यत्र यद्यपि संख्यावाचकशब्दः पूर्वः भवति तथापि अत्र संज्ञा द्योतक संज्ञा यदि भवति तदानीं तत्पुरुषसमासः इत्युक्ते सामान्य तत्पुरुषसमासः भवति. सो वेर एवर द समस्तपदम् इज गिवन is mentioning any name of a particular object or person, then that becomes a samanya tatpurusha, otherwise it becomes a Dvigu. So atra Saptarshayah, it is specifically given for 7 rishis, and Saptarishi is a name for 7 rishis, so it's a name for 7 rishis. So that's why it is actually samanya tatpurusha samasa. But if it is a Sapta Brahmanaha, then that is not the right word, right Samastapadam, because Sapta Brahmana is not a well known name for anything. So that's a wrong one. So in that case, it may be, you may have to follow these rules and frame some Samastapadam. But there are usages, they even justify like Sapta Janaha or Pancha Pandavaha. So these are all again treated as Samanya Tatpurusha Samasa, but the Vigraha Vakyam will be little different, and we categorize them as कर्मधारय मध्यमपदलोप कर्मधारय समासas.
हरि ओम महोदय. When Pandavanam samohah can be madhyama pada lopi, then all these also can be like that, no? Saptanam, I mean Chaturnam Yuganam, because
No,
it starts with the Sankhya, so that is why it is Drigu
it's a Digu,
Sama.
yes. Yeah, correct.
Okay.
But actually, when Sankhya comes Prathamam, then it must be Digu Samasa. But there are usages like Pancha Pandavas or Sapta Janaha, Sapta Rishayaha. There are exceptions given like that. But still, Shata Janaha, it's not a wrong word, it's a right word. It's again a Samastapadam Shata Janaha. But still, it is not a Digu, but it comes under the Karmadharya as an exception. अत्र अस्माकं पाठे तद्धितः इति विषयः एव अत्र अन्ते अग्रिमप्रकरणमेकं वर्तते. तत्र तद्धितः इत्युक्ते केचन प्रत्ययाः सन्ति, तैर्स् प्रातिपदिकात् प्रातिपदिकनिर्माणं क्रियते. उदाहरणार्थं वसुदेवस्य अपत्यं पुमान् वासुदेवः इति उच्यते. द son of Vasudeva is called as Vasudeva. So Vasudeva is a pratipadikam. From there we add some pratyaya and we create another pratipadikam called Vasudeva, and that points to the son of Vasudeva. So these kind of pratyayas, what we do, that those pratyayas are called as tadhita pratyayas, to give the specific meaning out of a pratipadikam. Like Vasudeva is a existing pratipadikam, and we add certain pratyaya called an, then we generate a word called Vasudeva that gives a specific meaning that it is a son of Vasudeva. So those kind of words called tadhitanta shabdaha or tadhita pratyayaha iti uchyante. Tadhita pratyaya is a pratyaya used to generate those pratipadikams or words, and tadhitantas is words generated using those pratyayas. Atra tadhitartha diguhu means in certain such tadhitanta padams, the purva padam or the first word is number. So in those cases, also in that kind of samasas are called as tadhitartha diguhu iti uchyate. Atra udaharanam vartate shannam matrunam apatyam. Atra shan maturaha iti udaharanam. I don't think this is actually part of your syllabus. Okay, just for your reference, you can take it as take these examples as for your reference. So, atra Shannam Matrunam Apatyam, the son of 6 mothers is called Shan Maturaha. Tathaiva Dvayoho Matroho Apatyam Dvai Maturaha. But how do we generate Dvi Matru from there? How do you make Dvai Matura? That's because there is a Tadhita Pratyaya gets added. That's why this is specifically called as Tadhitartha Diguhu. I'm not getting into that kind of that prakriya right now, but just for your understanding that Dvayoho Matroho Apatyam, Dvi plus Matru is a Dvi is a Purvapadam, Matru is a Uttarapadam, and Dvi Matru plus we add some Tadhita Pratyaya called An. So then it gets transformed to Dvai Matura. Similarly, Shat plus Matru, Punaha Shan Matru, plus we add An, some Tadhita Pratyaya called An, then it becomes Shan Maturaha. Okay, then the next example is Panchasu Kapaleshu Samskritaha Pancha Kapalaha. Meaning it is served with 5 cups. Maybe it's actually very specific to the yajna. So in a particular yajna where it is you sacrifice 5 cups of ghee or something, that's called as Panchakapalaha. So these are the few examples for Tadhitartha Diguhu. Let's get into the next one, Uttarapada Diguhu. अत्र उदाहरणं वर्तते पंच गावः धनं यस्य सः. So most of the times in the Uttarapada Dvigu, it is mostly with the it looks like something like Bahurihi Samasa. It's meaning anya padartha pradanaha. It's neither pancha or neither gava or neither dhana, but it actually points to somebody else whose wealth is 5 cows. The 5 cows are the wealth for one person. That person is called as panchagava dhanaha. So as though it is a bahuvrihi samasa, but still we have number at the beginning, so it falls in the category of Dvigu. So again, the next one, dasha gavaha dhanam yasya saha, mean 10 cows are the wealth for him, is called as dasha gava dhanaha. And dve ahani priye yasya saha dvahana priyaha. So 2 days, meaning he likes 2 days, or he is interested in 2 days. That person is called dvahana priyaha. And similarly, pancha sakhayaha priyaha yasya saha. So one who has 5 friends is called as pancha sakha priyaha. So these are a few very specific bahuvrihi samasas, and where the sankhya comes as the purvapadam. Okay, this completes the Dvigu category. Any questions here?
हरि ओम्. पञ्च सखायः प्रियाः यस्य सः, तस्य अर्थः
पंच सख्यः प्रियाः.
He has 5 friends. No. Who is liked by 5 friends?
Yeah, who is liked by 5 friends?
अत्र सखायः सखा शब्दः पुल्लिङ्गे वा स्त्रीलिङ्गे खलु? प्रिया पुल्लिङ्गे बहुवचनं वा?
सखी सख्यः इति भवति.
ओ, स्त्रीलिङ्गपदं.
स्त्रीलिङ्गपदम्, आम्. As it is having a shade of, or it is the bahuvrihi samasa, it may be little difficult to understand at this level. Maybe when we take bahuvrihi samasa, I will get clarity. When you come back again, you will get it.
अस्तु महोदय.
अस्तु, अत्र द्विगुसमासः. एतानि वाक्यानि परिशीलयता भगवान् स्कन्दः षाण्मातुरः अस्ति. and इदानीं चैत्रमासस्य प्रथमः सप्ताहः प्रवर्तमानः अस्ति. सत्पुरुषाः स्वकार्यैः त्रिभुवनम् अपि तोषयन्ति. अनन्तरं पञ्चवटी सीतारामयोः प्रियं स्थानम् आसीत्. So I hope you are able to follow the meanings of these sentences. So Bhagavan Skandha, the Subramanya, is called as Shanmatra. He has 6 mothers. And Idanim Chaitra Masasya Pratamaha Saptaha Pravartamanaha Asti. This is simple sentence. And Sat Purushaha Swakaryehi Tribhonamapi Tvashyanti. He makes all 3 bhuvanas or 3 lokas happy. And Panchavati Sita Ramayoho Priyam Sthanam Asit. So Panchavati, Panchanam Vatanam Samaharaha, the 5 banyan trees, collection of 5 banyan trees, that place is the Priyam Sthanam for Sita Rama. And Eteshu Vakyeshu Stulakshiraihi Mudritanam Samastapadanam Vigraha Vakyamidam Bhavati. Tadvayam Purvameva Vayam Drishtavantah. Agre Etani Sarvani api Dvigusamasasya Udaharanani. Dvigusamasah api Tatpurusha Samasasya Bhedaha. Dvigusamase पूर्वपदं संख्यावाचकं भवति. पुनः द्विगुसमासस्य एतेषु उदाहरणेषु उत्तरपदे विशेषं स्मरत. त्रयाणां लोकानां समाहारः. This we have already seen, like एकारः भवति, पुनः रात्रिशब्दस्य अकारः अकारान्तः भवति, पुनः गोशब्दस्य गव इति आदेशः भवति इति जानीमः. So any questions in the Dvigu? But in short, wherever you get the Sankhya as the Purvapadam, except the names like Saptrishi or Saptajanaha, all other places you can tell them as Dvigu Samasa. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching this video online. If you have any queries or if you want to interact with teachers or course students, log into forum.sanskrit.today and subscribe to this channel sanskrit.today to watch more videos like this. Share this video with your friends and interested people or group. And if you have any suggestions or feedback about this session or series, write the comments below the video. And like this video if you like. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video online. Let us meet in the next session. Dhanyavadaha.